Performing intricate formations and drills set to music, the RCMP musical ride Sunset Ceremonies kicks off next week, and it's not to be missed. Here to tell us more about the RCMP is RCMP Sergeant Sarah Parent. Thank you for joining me on this hot and humid day today. Obviously, this attire, we're struggling a bit.
It's pretty warm, not too bad this morning, but it's going to be a little hot this afternoon.
Yeah, I think so over the next couple of days. And I really want to talk about the Sunset Sessions and the charitable organization that's a part of this. But first, I think people would be really interested in what it takes to become a RIDE member.
Yes, so you have to be an RCMP police officer. So you have to go to Regina and Depot for 6 months where you get your police training. And then typically you have to go out into the field for at least 2 years, and then you apply to become a RIDE member. So if you get accepted to come to Ottawa to try out for the musical ride, it's a 5-week what we call basic course, and we're just teaching you general riding, just the very basics, and to see if you're trainable and can excel at the rate we need you to, because it's a very short period of time to learn what we teach. If you're successful on that course, you're invited to come back on a 6-month course, which runs typically June until the end of the year, where again, you're just finding those skills of riding a horse. So we're doing all kinds of things, pushing you out of your comfort zone, getting you really comfortable with riding, and then you join the musical ride the following year, and you usually do 3 to 4 tours with the musical ride before you would transfer back out to wherever that may be. It could be Maritimes, out west, maybe stay in Ottawa, depends.
So that first one is just a little bit of a tester,
yes, just
before the big one.
A test and to see, is this really what you want to do? Because we do it all. We're mucking the stalls, we're taking care of the horses, taking care of the tack. So it's not just you show up and get on your horse and ride around. It's a lot of hard work and dedication. So we want to make sure you want to come to the musical ride as well. So it's a good trial run.
Yeah, you got to be all in from the get-go. So I think that's such a strategic way of doing that. I mean, clearly, just the way you're talking about it, you have a passion for it. So what would you say is one of your favorite parts?
I still love performing. So I've been at the musical ride for over 10 years. And there's still something about putting on that red tunic and going out in front of a crowd and performing for the small venues or large ones. But it just gives you such a sense of pride.
And not to mention, so my sister has been riding forever. She talks about that connection too, like with the horse. That must be really special to have that connection and then continue to show in front of people.
Yeah, so typically you get 1 horse per year on the musical ride. So every year you would get a new horse so that the horse doesn't get too comfortable with the rider.
Oh.
And as well, horses have a spot within the musical ride. So your first year, you might have an easier horse and an easier spot. Your second year, maybe you've gotten a more challenging horse. And then the third year, maybe you got one of the young horses, which we call remounts, which would be like a 6-year-old joining the ride for the first time. So it keeps it interesting for the riders as well as the horses.
You got to be prepared for anything and everything.
You do,
That's why we do the preliminary thing first.
It is very true.
This year, what can people expect from the Sunset Ceremonies?
So it's the typical, it's 4 nights. It starts on Thursday, this Thursday night. It's usually rain or shine. If it's really bad weather, it could be canceled, but typically rain or shine, we'll perform. It's a free event, free parking, free admission. Bring a lawn chair, bring a blanket. You can even bring your own snacks, so you can bring what in. But we do have food and beverages available to purchase if you would like to. And it runs from 7 p.m. until sunset. So lots of different things. There's some local people performing. The Governor General's Foot Guard Band will be there. Obviously, the musical ride is the key performers, and we'll have a little jumping demonstration by our young horses as well that start off the evening. So our future musical ride horses do a little demonstration, and it's their first time performing in front of a crowd.
Ooh, we'll have to wait and see, but obviously I feel like that's going to go really well. Everything is always very well prepared. There's also a charitable organizational part of the RCMP musical ride.
Correct. So on Friday, the 27th, that night we are encouraging people to bring either non-perishable food donations or cash donation can be accepted as well for the Ottawa Food Bank. So it's one of our ways of helping to give back to the community.
Something for everyone. Hopefully we can turn down the heat just a little bit for you and the horses and everyone attending, but we really appreciate your time today.
Yes, thank you very much.